Welcome everyone to the Friday Night Live on Saturday night, because I forgot to change the title. I apologise. Hopefully you heard that apology. But as always, if you could let me know in the comments whether you can hear me, whether you can see me. I've got green lights on this end, but that doesn't always mean that you can see or hear me. So I'm going to waffle on for a few seconds and say hello to a few people, and hopefully we'll get to the point where someone says audio, video good, or something along those lines. So, as always, Rocky's Rocky, first in. Hello everyone, Carrie Ann Durant, Michael Machos. It's Saturday. I know, I'm sorry. Normally I do my live streams on a Friday night, but was a wee bit busy last night, so didn't quite get round to it, and just pressed reuse last settings and forgot to change the title. So I do apologise. We can pretend it's Friday. I'm pretending it's Friday. I'm having a nice beverage tonight. We've moved on to the Brewdog Lost Lager, which is also very nice, because Hop House 13 is now nowhere to be found anywhere. But this makes me feel better because it's environmentally friendly. I think if I drink a beer, they plant a tree or something along those lines. So, here's to the environment. Rob says it's time travel. No, it's just a silly host who can't remember what day it is. I have been off all week, so, you know, I'm losing track of time. Welcome to the Twilight Zone, says Chief Mod Jennifer. Thought I had too much wine last night and missed it. No, it just didn't happen. I do apologise. Scott is at present but carving a pumpkin, so we'll be lurking. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. Quite right. Oh, actually, I've got some pictures of my pumpkins. We're all ready. So this is a new house, so we're not sure what the neighbours are like round here, but my kids are Halloween mad. So we've done our pumpkins, we've got them out in the street on the gate posts, so as people know that we're doing Halloween, and hopefully we'll get some kids up doing trick-or-treating, and hopefully my kids can go and chap some doors on the street as well. Pardon me. Chris is in, Mark Brennan, Silver Surfer's in, Danny Boy's here, Kaylee's in as well. Lee Kinsey's in. Sharpie's here. Adds the Enigma. Alex Davidson. First notification I'd received in weeks. Yeah, YouTube is a bit funny about that sometimes. I don't know why. I've noticed that sometimes some channels that I follow, or I subscribe to rather, I've gone back on them just because I haven't seen any notifications for a while and it says I'm not subscribed. So even if you think you are subscribed, it might be worth checking out and clicking that button and clicking the bell and clicking all the clickable things. You know, all helps. Who else have we got? Sound and video good. I can see you, I can hear you loud and clear. All the good things that we want to hear. Excellent. Dawn's in, Mickey's in. Mickey's, I think, currently rearranging some aquariums. If my Discord is to be believed even. As always, up here, yeah, I got the side right. There is a Discord server if you're not into Facebook and that kind of stuff, and you like more immediate responses and fewer rules and that kind of thing. Check out the Discord server. Lots of pictures to be shared and advice to be given, and share your projects and do all those good things. It's becoming quite the useful little resource. Urban's in, halfway through first beer, are we, Urban? NJW, hi from Doncaster, hi from Sheffield. I feel like we're making that a weekly thing now. I can get into that. Yeah, happy birthday to Silver Surfer. I think that was last week, wasn't it? As well as Chief Mod Jennifer. So hopefully everyone who's had a birthday recently, congratulations, happy birthday. Carter Bing, good afternoon from North Carolina, US. You're definitely winning the Who's the Furthest Away participant in tonight's stream, I think. Doncaster, very close, but North Carolina, a lot further away. Right, so last night we had a Halloween party here for all the kids. I didn't dress up, I must admit. If I did, I would obviously share the pictures, but no, it was just for the kids. So we missed out on last night's. And the vital half hour before last night's stream where I planned what we're going to do, I missed out on that as well. So, as you know, I don't normally plan things here, but I did get one idea. So, we might have a look at that in a little while. But sit back, relax, get yourself a beverage, a snack. Like I say, I'm on Lost Lager tonight by Brewdog. Let me know what you're having in the chat. We can have a bit of a catch up. I'll tell you about my week, you tell me about your week. Michael's from New Jersey, USA. I don't know, is New Jersey closer than North Carolina? That might be a Google job. Sheffield to New Jersey. Oh, that's telling me where to buy a new jumper in Sheffield. That's not what we wanted. Sheffield to New Jersey. Let's try that. That is... okay. Sheffield, UK. I didn't know there was a Sheffield in the US. God. Come on, Google. I used to Google for a living. I should be good better at this. 3,412 miles, Sheffield to New Jersey. Let's see. North Carolina, was it? 3,412, remember that. 3,799, North Carolina wins. Phil's in as well. Evening, Phil. Craig Thompson. Silver Surfer had a nice birthday and a nice present from my daughter, supplied by you-know-who. Hopefully you liked it. Yes, excellent. We'll need to see some pictures. If you can figure out Discord, get on there and you can share that in the... there's like a merch section. You can... anyone that's bought any food or any merch or anything, get a picture up there and we'll see you. And if I can remember what button it is to hit, we're on the main. If I can play this... wrong side. You'll get... I don't know why that picture always comes up first. If you post in that section, I'll put your picture up here and we'll cycle through it and we get to see everybody and put names to faces or fish tanks, and see some of the stuff that you get. You went as Grumpy Scotsman, Graham. No, that's just my normal... that's my starting baseline position. Lily's having chicken fajitas. Oh, I had the delicious delight of IKEA fish and chips tonight. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to take 3 kids to IKEA. I'm surprised I made it here, and that's why I definitely need this. So I've had a busy day today. We've been to IKEA. We've been to the cinema. Went to see the new Venom film with number 1 son. Last night we had the Halloween party. Day before that we had Alton Towers, so I got to visit. I got my Sea Life Centre fix, because there's a Sea Life Centre in Alton Towers for those that didn't know. So even if you don't like the rides and the roller coasters, you get to go to the Sea Life Centre. I was the only one that went because none of the kids or the wife would come with me. They went on, I think they went on Wicker Man while I did that. If you don't know what Alton Towers is, in the UK, is it the biggest theme park in the UK? Probably the most famous one anyway, or the oldest. But it was peeing with rain. So it started as a fun day and then quickly went downhill. I'm just going to knock up a quick cocktail. Definitely, why not? Innocent gun from the motherland, Andy. Good old tin of tenants. Michael, you've got a good point there. So, behind me, this is my backdrop. It ain't the greatest of backdrops. Let me see if this works. Well, as ever, the GoPro doesn't work. What do we need to... how do we do that? Why does that say Discord? GoPro, that's what we want. So, it's not the most... in fact, if I get out of the way, it's basically the remaining bits of junk that we haven't actually got around to putting away anywhere. But for fans of the channel, Box Mountain has gone. Ta-da! So we now have an area. So over there, at some point, we're going to have a little couch, coffee table, chairs, something like that. Have like kind of mini seating area. So, you know, if I ever have guests over, like if the Fishman Aquatic team ever make it over here, oh no, I've broke my camera now. Somewhere to sit and stream with guests, maybe. You never know. We'll see what happens. I've lost what I was trying to do now. Nope, don't want that. Nope, don't want that. There we go. So at least we got through some of the boxes, and this is just the detritus that's left. I want to keep aquariums to a minimum here, because I want to focus all the aquariums in the fish room, the big display tank. I feel like this camera isn't actually pointing at me. I'm going to have to... That's not much better. So, background is boxes. But yes, I definitely have to have something in the background. I was thinking... I kind of had my eye on... I met someone that made neon signs, and I was like, oh, maybe I could get my logo done as a neon sign and get that up on the wall or up here somewhere, and that would be a good backdrop. Or, as I showed you over there, I seem to have more TVs than I need. So I've got 4 spare TVs over there. So maybe mount one of the TVs up there, and I could have like a professional setup where I could show things in the background. Pardon me. I don't know. So that's the kind of thoughts. I kind of fancy like a low boy aquarium, or something a bit different, because I think one might just get a bit lost back there. But it's upstairs and not near a water source, so I don't really want to make life difficult for myself. But yes, you're right. Something needs to go back there. We'll see. We'll see. But I agree. We do need something behind there. Petroman1185 just bought 10 kilos of Biohome Ultimate from Don at Great Wave Engineering. For a 90-gallon discus tank, that shall do you well. What beer is that? This beer, we're on Lost Lager tonight from Brewdog. I won't lie, it was on offer. But it's quite nice, I do like it. Oh, Courtney's in. Hello everyone. Jennifer's having crispy pancakes. My God, that takes me back to my childhood. I do like the minced beef crispy pancakes, I must say. Courtney will be a guest, but needs a sofa though. Yeah, there will be a sofa, don't worry. I wouldn't ever dream of inviting you around without providing a sofa for you to be lazy on. I did not dress up last night, Courtney. I do apologise. I did dress up. What was the last thing I dressed up as? Other than a Fishman Aquatics employee. Oh no, it was we had an 80s party a while ago and I went as Magnum. I say I went as Magnum. It was the only thing that I even considered shaving the beard and just keeping the moustache. So black hat with a Da Nang Hawaiian shirt, and I went as Magnum 30 years later. Set up the TV to use it to advertise food and fish in the background. Well, yeah, I could do that. Just have some nice aesthetics going on in the background. I don't know. It just feels a bit empty here. So we'll do something. Fishman, I've got rid of my sofa. Petition to get it back. I think they're trying to tell you something. Yeah, aquariumadventures.co.uk for all your food needs. We're fully stocked up on foods. And remember, you've got... Well, when's November start? Is it tomorrow? On Monday, the prices are going up, or they're changing, some of them. So you've only got today and tomorrow to buy your food at the current prices, and then the prices are going to rise. Unfortunately. Well, unfortunately for you. Great for me. I might start making some money. That'll fund some of these things. But yes, I've got lots of things that have broken recently which need to be fixed. Lots of new purchases which need to be paid for. So any purchases, more than welcome. Purchases, super chats, all the good things, they will all go. I will find uses for everything. But the number one thing is subscribers, views. Just watch a video. I don't want to be one of those guys that's constantly shelling for, oh please buy my things, send me money. Watch my stuff. That's all I really ask of you. Sorry, I've got a message on the back phone. No, it didn't. Back phone's lying to me. So, right, we're going to get somewhere. If you want to ask any questions, please do so. type Aquarium Adventures in it, it makes it go orange, and then I see it a little bit better because, you know, old eyes are failing. But someone sent me a link to something, and I've only downloaded it in the last wee while, and now it's not going to work at all. There we go. Where is it though? It will not work. Why is it not working? Well, it was a game. I thought I could turn myself into one of those real streamers. Or maybe it's because I'm already streaming. It's not going to let me play the game at the same time. But there's a game called Aquarium Designer. I can't see the Discord link. Can you place a link in chat? I'm sure we can, or I'm sure someone will. I can never find it. I have about 11 screens open, and I struggle to manage between one or two of them. But let's see if this works. Let's switch to that one. Oh, it's making me feel a bit sick, that is. So someone sent me a link to this. It's called Aquarium Designer, and it was a video of the developer playing it. I turned all the sound off because it was annoying me earlier, so let's turn that back on. Or a little bit at least. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I don't know if this is going to be interesting content. But, you know, I thought I'd give it a try. This is just the demo version, so if it turns out to be pants, I'll just not buy the one. So this bit was free. So, right, let me get myself set up so I can see the chat. So you can shout questions at me. Hopefully you can still see me down in the bottom corner. I don't really know what to do. Oh, I've already missed a question from Air. God, it's so close. Nearly, Courtney, nearly. Maybe once I've got into my second can, or my third can, because that's my second can. You might catch me out with something like Air Rebum Aquatics. Airibum Aquatics. So, I think the idea is you pick a campaign and you become like a professional aquarium person. And you get given jobs. So, for instance, this one here, I'll read it out because I don't know how well it's coming across on screen. Hey, it's Uncle Joe. I've been reading a bit about fish keeping, and it turns out I'm really interested by it. Mary and I have decided we would like to have one in our living room. Something nice to show off in front of our friends, if you know what I mean. Haha! Anyway, are you available for this job? I want it to be placed on our cupboard, but this time it can be bigger, not too tall. We want to have a nice view of the garden, more plants than fish. I'm hardly an expert, and I feel I won't be able to handle a lot of them. Looking forward to your reply. So you get to take the job or not, and then there's another one here. Today is my son's birthday. I completely forgot about it. Promised him an aquarium of his dreams, but unfortunately I do not know how to build an aquarium, so I need a specialist. I require an aquarium which is properly prepared so that I don't have to worry about keeping fish. It's also important to me that my 7-year-old son is happy with his present. When it comes to what kind of aquarium he'd like, the only hint is this drawing he made. Pardon me. So, there's a picture of a fish tank with a nice blue fish and a nice red fish and some plants and some rocks and stuff. So I think you're meant to design an aquarium that kind of fits in with the picture. And then there's like some objectives. Remove scary decorations, remove one of the hills, blah 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 blah. And then recreate the aquarium from the picture. But I think I have to do this one first to be able to get onto that one. Is that how it works? Well, let's try that. So take the job. Click to preview the necessary requirements to find the mission. So I have to have granite, rock large, any plants, any fishies, any decorations. So I need to buy rocks from the store. When you complete the main objective, you can turn it to the assignment. Hello, dogs. Right, okay, so select an item from the store and place it in the aquarium. So granite rock. Alright. So move it around, zoom, rotate. Ah, right, okay. So how do we... Is it just the same size it is? Well, let's... How do you place it? Oh. There we go. Objective complete. That's a nice house this person's got. Uncle Joe's doing alright for himself. I'm a bit worried that he's putting it next to the window. I'm going to get blamed for all this algae, aren't I? Anyway, let me catch up with the chat, sorry. I've got a fish idea for you, a video idea for you. I lost my first discus about 2 weeks back, a nice big German wonder. It turned out my tank had crashed. The question is why? 20-month-old tank. 20 months, so it's probably not old tank system syndrome. Oh, too many questions, Lee. I don't know why. Crashed as in pH crash, or crashed as in biological filtration died? There could be a number of things. It's usually things like some contaminant has got in and killed the bacteria, and the contaminant could be anything. It could be washing the filter media with heavily chlorinated water. I've heard of a few people recently who have done water changes where their water suppliers have been doing like maintenance work on the pipes, and they've been flushing with chlorine, and then they've done a water change with that water, and it's had so much more chlorine than the tank is used to. That's killed off the bacteria. So it could be things like that possibly. I don't know. We would need to have a discussion and find out what's actually happened. Oh well, I could just read what you said there. Tank solves had weekly water changes, filter cleaned once a month. I've come up with two potential reasons. One, I removed the nitrate resin out of the filter. Was all my bacteria on the resin only? Two, the one I think most likely, I had a not eating blue diamond, so I'd been medicating. Everything used was filter saved, not overdosed nor dosed together. I think one after another crashed the tank. Yeah, probably. So even if it's nitrate resin, which is getting rid of the nitrates, so it's effectively a highly porous material that's promoting I can't remember the word now. The word I'm thinking of, promoting that, it will still hold all kinds of bacteria. It won't just hold the, let's say, denitrifying bacteria for the moment, because I can't think of the actual word. So taking that out, yes, that would reduce the biological capacity of your filtration system. Hopefully it would be spread evenly enough throughout the majority of your filter media, and it would be enough to cope with that. But yeah, that could be, and like you said, when I said contaminants, medication could be it. It might be something that's not necessarily fish unsafe or bacteria unsafe, but it affects the way the bacteria can hold on to the media. For instance, I've heard of that happening before, where it's no longer able to. It basically makes your filter media slippy, and the bacteria can't actually get in there, or it gets flushed out with the flow. It's things like that. It's probably going to be something along those lines. Oh, look at that! When I zoom in the chat, the fish tank zooms. Right, let's see what we had to do. I've already forgotten what the requirements were. So any plants. So let's see, how do we find plants? Go to plants, I guess. What do we think? Well, I'm only allowed this one. Let's put it right under the rock so it gets killed. No. I'm sure there was a way you could like change the size of it. So a plant, let's stick a plant there. Another one there. Nah, not there. Let's go with 3. I always like to have 3. So I've met an objective. Any fish. He's not really picky, Uncle Joe, is he? Fishies. So I'm not allowed a betta. What should we have? We're allowed... Is that it? Oh, we could have allowed sterbis. Is that a sterbi? I should have really looked at the name of it. It's a sterba. Sterba corridora. Yeah, why not? Let's have some of them. No acclimatizing this lot. Look, you could have dropped in from a great height. I can't remember if that's 5 or 6 that I've added. What's this? A dwarf catfish. That's a dwarf catfish I've never seen before. Oh, look at that. Like one of them there fancy ones. What else am I allowed? No, I'm allowed guppies, swordtails, a rusty chichlid. Discus is not allowed. What the hell? Why not? Can't have a fish tank without discus in it. That would be ridiculous. A blue gourami. Oh, they've even got celestial pearl danios. Let's go with a spotted blue eye. Again, drops in from a great height. It's very dark. Are we allowed to put lights in? So okay, we've done 3 out of 4. Any decorations? What does this mean? Move tool. Oh, shaping tool. What does the shaping tool do? Oh, look at that. I can bury the plants I've just planted. How do I unshape? Okay, I've got carried away now. I don't want piled up at the front, I want it piled up at the back. How do I unshape? Is this it? Ah, there we go. Can I move my plants? Yeah, there we go. Move my plants up a little bit. That looks a bit better. What was the other requirement that I had? Any decorations. Right, decorations. Where do we find decorations? Under decorations, surprisingly. Well, I hope they've got a SpongeBob SquarePants. They haven't. Pfft, what use is this? So I'm allowed this thing. I don't really like decorations like this. I prefer... I mean, it's not for me, it's for Uncle Joe. So we need to do what Uncle Joe wants. Would you like a skull? I'm not allowed skulls. Is that all we're allowed? This one thing? Or this one? That looks sufficiently creepy. Let's have one of them. Let's put it there. Right, all objectives complete. Now what? Finish. 1,000 points. Open chest to see unlocked items. Alright, so we're allowed extra rocks, extra fish, extra plants. Alright, okay, I get you. So the longer you go on, the better it gets. Uncle Joe's emailed, the aquarium is great, looks nice in the living room. This is exactly what we expected. Thank you for the effort. I'm sure our friends will envy us. Well, of course they will. And if they don't, you have to point at the tank every time they come around and say, look at my stuff. Because that's how we do it. Right, okay, let's give this a little... I always think you have to go for 4 levels of something before you give up. So, a child in need. Right, let's go back to chat before we do that. Make sure I'm not missing anyone saying, we can't hear you, we can't see you. What's happened here? Socials. Off. There we go. Sorry. Right. Chat. That's what I was doing, wasn't it? Did you use carbon? Some of the popular medications in the tank can swing the pH and hardness. Yeah, it'll be a combination of things. Often it's a knock-on effect. So on its own, one kind of medication might not do anything. But with a barrage of changes, then yeah, it could be something along those type of things. Anyway, you're in good hands. People like Jennifer and Rebecca and know what they're on about, and they're talking you through some of those things. Wow, that's quite a list. So blue diamond not eating made me think bacteria, so I tried Octosin, NT Labs Dewormer, GDEX, NDX, ESHA 2000, Melifix, over a couple of months, none together. That is quite the list of. But again, when you try some medications and they don't work, you're obviously going to go on to the next. So I don't think you've done anything wrong, but that could be the culprit. It certainly could cause a crash. My biggest bit of advice for this type of situation, when you are doing new things in your aquarium, when you're whether it's treating a fish, adding fish, moving things around, even just like changing the layout of things, test religiously for a number of weeks, or at least the days after making that change, because something can sneak up on you. I've had it before myself, where I've something as simple as moving a rock and thinking, I don't like that rock there, I'm going to move that over there and stick it over there. The amount of crud that was under that rock, it made my what's the word, Graham? Come on, you can do it. Made my ammonia shoot through the roof. So I'd never had ammonia, but obviously it just wasn't affecting the water column because it was under there. But as soon as it got out and through, and the filter caught it and everything, but it made my ammonia spike. So I had like 2 parts per million from 0, and it was fine. But that type of thing where you think, oh, simply moving a rock, how did that manage to do that? So yeah, and also Malefix, Pimafix, anything with fix in the title is just fancy water. I'll probably be shot down and someone will tell me, no, it's brilliant. But I don't like those things. I don't like anything that says fix in the title, because it generally doesn't. It's the homeopathy of the aquarium world. So I hope you do okay. Vince has joined us. I just tuned in from work. Hello there. Going to have the stream open in the background. I'm planning on moving house soon, so I need to get the house ready. I feel your pain, Monty. I eat fish sandwiches in front of my fish to show them who's boss. What's the game called? The game is called... What is the game called? I don't know. I'm not very good at this, am I? Let's go back to it anyway. Let's play round 2. What is the game called? Fish OS? Nah, that doesn't sound right. How do we get out of the game? Oh, there we go. Aquarium Designer, that's the one. So we'll give it a go. Right, let's get this. Small kids. So we have to design an aquarium like that, basically. So let's take the job, see what happens. There is music as well. I don't know if you can. That's probably doubling up on my mic, so I'll get rid of that. I guess my computer isn't clever enough to stream. And oh, there we go. Octosin will kill bacteria. I did not know that, but yeah, okay. The name of the software I'm using to stream is OBS, Open Broadcasting Software Solution. The game is Aquarium Designer on Steam. Right, use the removal tool to remove unnecessary decorations. Okay. Alright. Right, so that was one of the requirements, wasn't it? So remove all scary decorations. So I guess this is a scary decoration. So they all live in very fancy houses, these people, don't they? Look at this. I'm going to charge them more money. They can obviously afford it. Right, remove the scary decorations. There you go. Use the shape tool. Use the terrain tool to reduce one of the hills. Right, because he had a picture, didn't he? Oh, there it's up on the wall. So if we're removing, I need to slide that down there. So he wants a hill on the right side and flatter on the left side. Am I going too flat now? I don't think we need to go down to 0, do we? I'll put a bit more back in. So this is your Aquascaping 101. Always have it a little bit bigger at the back to give a sense of depth to your aquarium. There we go. Remove one of the hills. Oh, have I not removed it enough now? Is that enough? There we go. Heating Pro Aqua. I don't know what that means. A low efficiency filter? Why would you want a low efficiency filter? I want a filter that's really inefficient. I guess that's not what it means. So we're going for this picture here, aren't we? Right, okay, heating. So I guess that's in the shop. What's that going to be under? Heating. Utilities? Heaters? I guess it's this one then. Where should we stick that? Don't want to stick it at the front. Can I stick it at the back? There we go. Ooh. Set the required temperature. Okay, how do we do that? Click on there. 24, did they say? How do they know that's temperature? I haven't picked the fish yet. That's happy. Right, let's get a low efficiency filter. So small aquarium, small aquarium, small aquarium. Not allowed, not allowed. So it's one of these two. Let's go with the new one. Why won't you let me put it? Okay. No, I don't want to put it there. Let's move it. There. There. So my thinking being, it's going to take water in through there and shoot it out there, so near the filter. Keeps it warm. Oh, that was a low efficiency. Species of fish. So we need 2 species of fish. Right. Fish. Well, actually, we want, what do we want? We want, a red fish and a blue fish. It's like every pet store employee's nightmare. I'd like a fish. Oh, what kind would you like? A red one and a blue one. Right, swordtail. Let's drop this in from a great height. That can be a red fish. Yep, looks happy. What should we do? Can we get a blue gourami? Yep, let's have a... And then if we just give it a minute, the gourami will kill the swordtail. Here we go. Is it? Nope, they look happy. Species of fish, right water conditions. That was more through luck than judgment, because I didn't know that was the right conditions. Sorry, I just broke my microphone. Any plants, 5 plants he wants. Right, what did the picture want? So we've got some kind of tallish plants here and shortish plants on the hill. So should we go 3 and 2? Plants. Is that some limnophilia? No, that's fanwort. Kind of looks like Limnophilia sessiflora. Let's go with that. I do like that because it covers stuff up really well. 1, 2, 3 of them round the filter, so they get all sucked into the filter and clog it up dead quickly. Of them. Ooh. Right, okay. How do we get them to grow, or can you buy bigger ones? Has anyone played this before? I was going to go for something. Let's go for these new ones as well. Amazon swords. Let's put one of them up on top of that. Oh, is that too big? Let's put it here. Do like an Amazon sword. There's too many plants. Have we got any crypts or anything? Yep, there we go. Some crypts. Let's put. So it looks like I need a chest. And then a couple of crypts. Yeah. Decorations, would that be under? Where would decorations be? Rock. Well, we need some rocks, don't we? Small rocks. We want a black rock of some kind. That looks like the darkest one. So, oh, they're quite big. So we need two big ones and a little one, right? So we'll stick one there, one there. Do we get little ones? Let's see. And one there. And then a chest. Where's the decorations? Come on, Graham, you can do it. Oh, decorations, right in front of me. I saw chests in here, didn't I? Chest. My god, that's massive. That doesn't... Don't look right. Oh, we can spin it. Okay, can we shrink it? Is there a small chest? That is a small chest. Okay, well, we're kind of stuck with it, I think. Yeah, usually if you press a button... So, move, zoom, rotate. So zoom is just me. It's not... Or do I click it in zoom? No. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. He says, click large plants. Click large plant, that's large rocks. Large plants. Congo Anubias. Fanwort. Amazon sword. Well, how are my requirements? Recreate the aquarium from the picture. I have done. Or is it because I've put these in? Get rid of that. What does he want, Jimmy? So he's got a blue fish, he's got a red fish, got a chest, we've got some rocks, we've got some plants. Have we got too many plants? Can you adjust water flow in game? I do not know. Let's click on this. What can you do? No, I think you just have to get a bigger filter maybe. Do I need like a bigger plant here? Recreate the aquarium from the... I don't know. What else is wrong? What else is wrong? Failing at the second level. Oh! Sand. Yellow sand, black sand. Sand? Can we do sand? Gravel and sand. There we go. Yeah, still not good. House. Where's their house? Was this a house? I thought it was a chest. I don't have a house option. Right, you've got rocks. Are these not big enough, or is there too many of them maybe? Or have I spent too much money? How much have I got to spend? So I've done all that. Do I need to make this hill bigger? Is that making the hill bigger? I don't know. That seems to be as big as I can make it. Okay, it's not that. It's not that, it's not that, it's not that. Okay, click finish, see what happens. I think I just didn't get the secondary objective, so I only got 875 points. That's no use to man or beast. The aquarium is nice, but could you please fine tune it so it looks like the attacked picture? I would like to be the perfect gift. In particular, substrate, quantity and species of fish, quantity and species of plants, decoration, hardscape elements. Picky. Right, so quantity and species of fish. So is the wrong fish, maybe? A red fish and a blue fish. That's what they wanted. Well, that's definitely a red fish. Should we go for a guppy? Smaller? Let's drop it in from a height. Oh, objective completed. Something happened there. Right, are these the wrong plants? Is this the wrong plant? Right, let's start again with the plants. Oh, got rid of the swordtail. Right, they're happy with that. Plants, small plants, large plants. So I'm assuming they want me to use this because they kept coming up. Oh, there we go. That's too large. Won't let me put it anywhere. Mid-size. Nope. Small plants. That could give us a clue. Oh, objective completed. So like that. So I want something over there. So my choices are Marsh Seed Box. I don't know what country this game is based in, but that looks like Rotala to me. Mind you, so does that. Let's try the crypts again. I'll just keep putting them down until they say complete. No, doesn't like them. Let's get rid of them. Let's try swords. See, it looks like he wants it behind the chest. Happy? No. Right, can we zoom in the picture? Looks like they want plants in the background behind the hill. What, like up here maybe? It doesn't like those plants. Okay, let's try again. Or should we do mid-size crypts? It's quite big crypts. What else can we have? Courtney's getting stressed. It's annoying me as well. Like, there should be an answer. If they've come to me as an aquarium expert to build them a tank, why don't they just do what I tell them? What kind of plant is that? It's a green one. So they seem to be happy with these because it said mission complete or objective satisfied or whatever. What's that going to be? And my options are small plants because it's a small aquarium, yeah? Doesn't look like that. I mean, it could be that, but I'm not allowed. Oh, I didn't try this one, did I? Let's try this one. Jungle. I've run out of money. Oh no. Typical. Always happens. And the kid's only going to look at it for a week. Alright, so we've tried that one, we've tried that one, tried that one. Nope. Everything else is blacked out, so I can't try it. It looks like only 3 stems on the left. 1, 2, 3. Yep, I could go with that. So, shall we get rid of some of these? Do. 3 stems on the left. A bit closer together. Right, I don't think this is right. So 3 stems on the left. And then what is that? They won't even let me zoom in on the picture. How am I meant to tell what they want when they don't know what they want? Right, we've tried all the small ones. Should we try a large crypt? No. Medium? Is it this that's wrong? Oh, I've not got enough plants now. Well, so maybe they aren't the right plants because it only said when I had enough plants. Right, okay. Hang on. Let's put in objective complete. Right, so we want tall plants that are basically the size, the height of the water, the size of the tank. So let's start again. Tall plants. So I'd say our options are that or that. Let's try this one. One, two, three. And a little crypt. Ah, screw you. That's as good as it's getting. Sorry, Jimmy. It's Uncle Joe again. The aquarium you've made for us has started to get a bit boring. Plus our cat, Frankie, has been fishing and eaten all of the fish. Oh dear. I was not expecting that as a job. Please help us improve our aquarium and protect it from the cheeky cat. Alright, Uncle Joe. Coming to the rescue. It is a bit boring, isn't it, Uncle Joe? Right, let me see if I can catch up. That looks cool. What? This is Aquarium Designer on Steam. Someone sent me a link to it and said, why don't you try this? So I thought, give it a go on the live stream. And it turns out, I thought it might be good as a way of, because, what am I trying to say? Come on, Graham, shut up, think straight. If you remember a few weeks back, someone got in touch with me about like a kind of VR AI type aquarium designer tool where you could try out different landscapes and different colour sand and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, this is very similar to this, but there's a game element to it as well. So this might be worth a try, a bit of fun. So you could try out, do I like the look of having load of rocks on the left, or a load of rocks on the right. Do I like bogwood? Do I like these plants and that plants? So there are limitations, obviously, but we'll see how we can get. How do you even replicate a kid's drawing? Exactly. I think that's the problem. Yeah, so as Carrie's saying, this could be the answer to me ripping apart my tank to escape it. Yeah, it's Aquarium Designer on Steam, it is. Just take his money and sell him some dead fish. I'm not going to sleep tonight knowing he didn't fulfill the child's aquarium dreams. Well, as the owner of 3 children, I have long since realised you can't fulfill all their dreams, because some of them were frankly ridiculous. Right, so what are the requirements for this one? Any cover. Granite, rock small, plant species, fish with intermediate care level, and 3 species of fish. So granite, rock small, 2 small granite rocks. So I think we should start from scratch. That's 2 big from in there, and that's minging. So, in fact, shall we start where I normally start? Let's get rid of everything. So how I would normally approach this would be with the substrate. So let's assume that that's all fine. I want to give it a bit of a banking. I want to flatten this out a wee bit. I'm going to give it a bit of a banking so as we shade it from the back a little bit and use some roots or rocks, assuming I can afford or buy these things. Hardscape, what else? What am I allowed? Yeah, we've got roots, but I'm not allowed to buy them. Large rocks, mid-sized rocks. It says small granite, didn't it? Granite rock 3, granite rock 2. So small granite, kinda in there, and then we might have some down here to hold up that bank. So then I would spend an hour faffing around moving them about and then putting them back exactly the same place as they already were. Oh, they only wanted 2. I've given them 5, right? So that means I probably can't afford anything else. Let's get rid of those ones. 3 plant species. So we'll have... Let's do some plants. Again, it's a small one, so I quite like that. Can we get some of this? Why won't you go up the back? What's wrong with this? So I could put it there, but not anywhere else. That don't make no sense. I'll do what all the pro aquascapers do and fill the tank full of substrate rather than stuff. Oh, that's as much it'll let you put in. Alright, so that's as high as it can go. And now it looks silly because it's a bit of a plateau. Let's shave that off a little bit. Flatten it out. Alright, I was doing plants, wasn't I? What am I allowed then? Not that. Okay, let's have a little... Let's maybe stick one of these up here and behind these rocks. I'll give a bit of cover as well. What else have we got? Some crypts in behind the rocks. I like them there. Is that enough? Happy with that. Any cover. Any cover. So I'd be looking at like roots and rocks and things, but it seems that I'm not really allowed roots and rocks and things. Decorations, do they mean? What do they mean by cover other than plants? Roots. I'm not allowed either of them. Utilities. Appearance. Oh, do they mean like literally a cover? Aha! Wood cover. A lid, as it's otherwise known. Bloody hell. Oh no. Didn't like that. Oh no, it's gone away. Yes, that's what they wanted. A lid. Cover. Bloody hell. Time for Courtney to go to sleep. Thank you very much, Courtney. Remember, hit like on your way out. Mickey says, I wish planting was this easy. I know, click, done. Not plant, watch, float away. Plant, watch, float away. And repeat. Choose all fish with intermediate care level. Fish. Well, I'm only allowed so many fish. Still not allowed discus. This game is broke. Does it tell me what the care level is anywhere? So for small aquariums, I'm allowed a dwarf catfish, a sterba cory, a guppy, a spotted blue eye, blue gourami swordtail, a rusty cichlid, and that's it. So I would say I don't know. Are black tetras intermediate care level? I wouldn't say any of them are particularly. I think you get July's. Well, since it's the new one, let's add a leopard cory. Just the one, you know. That's all you need. Oh, we've got puffers as well. Just not allowed them. Spotted blue eye. Intermediate care level. Species of fish 3, so I need one more species of fish. Let's have a rusty cichlid to kick their asses. There you go. Totally inappropriate. I wonder if it does that where it will be come back 2 weeks later and they've all killed each other. Right, water conditions. So we need a heater and a filter. I guess we've not got them. Do they do lights? Regulator. So, oh right, pH up, pH down, that kind of thing. Let's stick a heater in. So I think we decided they needed. Where's it gone? Can I move it? Rotate it? I'll stick it there for now. It won't let me rotate it, so fine. Temperature, they were all about 22, something like that. I can't remember now what the temperature requirements were. So we went for a rusty cichlid, didn't we? 24 to 27. We went for a spotted blue eye, 21 to 28. And what was the other one? Leopard cory, was it? 6 to 72 pH. Not compatible. So pH 7.3 to 8.8. And I think that was pH 6 to 7.2. So I think if we get one of these instead and drop it from a great height and then remove the other one, and then I can't tell which one's which. Let's remove both of them. put in the Sterba. And oh no, we need a filter, don't we? A filter. Well, I assume we need a filter. I'm only allowed these two still, so let's go with this one again. That did not help. Do we have to buy a light? Filters, heaters, regulators. Ah, pH is 7. I thought they were all within 7. Me no. So the fishies were... What did I go with in the end? So 7, happy. 7, happy. And... 7.3. Were they all happy with 7.3? 7.5... 7.8. So I think we need to get this up to 7.3. Again, I would never do this in normal life. Regulators, wasn't it? pH up. 7.5. That's gone too high now. Good golly. So 7.5, fine. 7.5, fine. What was the third fish again? This one. 7.5, fine. Oh, they should all be fine then. 7.5, 7.5. Did I put in a Sterba? Okay. What else do we need? Silicon? I've forgotten what fish I put in now. Is that a problem? Now I can't select the fish. Right, let's get rid of you. And make sure I added the right fish that's happy at 7.5. 23 to 26. Or is it because they need a medium aquarium? Oh, no. And this is a small aquarium. Right, okay, hang on. Have we got any small aquariums? Oh, small. Small. But the only ones I'm only allowed 2 on a small aquarium. Or is this a medium, and because I've chosen this, it's large. Right, okay, let's get rid of the rusty cichlid. You're out of here. Let's try this guy. Nope. Still happy in that temperature. You're still happy with that size. How many types of fish did I have to have again? 3 species of fish. I mean, I'm not overly enamoured with the planting back here either, or the fact that the heater's at the front and the filter's at the front, and that it's really dark. But what's wrong with this? Do I have to just... Is it... Oh. Oh, intermediate fish. So at the bottom down here it says description care level. Right, okay. Care level easy, care level intermediate. So that's one of the ones. So we've done that. Is this the other one? Care level intermediate. Yep, happy with that. Care level intermediate. So we've done that. Too many rocks. Could be. Yeah, because I only needed 2, didn't I? Right, let's get rid of one of the rocks. Cover 2 out of 2, 3 out of 3. I'm still happy with them. Right water conditions 24. pH 7.5. Well, let's just finish it and see what it says. Go to the office. Oh, that's it. Demo over. Right. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Should we buy the real version? Is this in any way interesting? I might get it because I think it's on sale at the moment as well. And maybe we could try it. It might get better as you get later into it. But I think we found a few flaws with it already. But you know, we could give it a go. What did you think to that? And let me find the chat again, wherever you are. Let me get off this and see if we've got any more questions. Do a bit of a check on how many people we've got. So we did have 40 people. We're down to 32. So maybe not as popular as we thought. A really useful tool for scaping if it has a freestyle mode. It does. That was one of the things you could do. Was just this was the career, but it did have a bit where you could just set up your own tank, do whatever you want. So I thought that might be worth it. Yeah, don't play it on stream. That might be the way to go. Right. If I've missed any questions, by all means, please type them again because I'm never going to find them. And for those of you that stuck through that, let's do a bit of a giveaway, shall we? We're not going to do the whole spinning wheel, but let's get Nightbot up. We're going to do a wee goodie bag, of fish goodies, so some foods and things like that. If you want to be in with if you want to be in with a chance of winning it, there are some conditions. So you have to meet these conditions. You have to be a subscriber. So even if you are a subscriber or you think you are, go and click that subscribe button anyway. It'll be down there or somewhere like that. Just double check. You have to give a stream a like and you have to type something into chat. And well, my keyword generator has gone to bed, so Courtney can't help with this. I think we go with designer. DESIGNER. I'll switch to the other screen. Let's go to small face. So there we go. Stick designer in the chat if you want to win a wee goodie bag. As a little thank you for sticking through that little experiment where I tried playing that game, see if it was any good. So chat amongst yourselves. Type in designer if you want to win, and you'll get a wee goodie bag, as well as all those other rules of being a subscriber and all that good stuff. You also have to send me an email. So the email address will be graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk, but you should see that at the top of the screen. When you go back to big face. And remember, if you don't win, you can always buy these things on the website, aquariumadventures.co.uk. Well, you can't buy all of them. Some of them are purely for the winners and the lucky people out there. Like the special stickers. Phil, if you're still here, I need more stickers. So while you're all doing that, Ads the Enigma, good luck guys, I won last week. Did I send you anything, Ads? I'm having a complete senior moment. I can't remember whether or not I sent out the prizes from last week. So if you're here and you won a prize last week and you're honest, send me another email to remind me or confirm or deny whether or not I've sent you anything. If I have sent you it, you should already have it by now. If you haven't, I forgot to send it, so apologies and remind me. We've got 15 eligible users so far, so I'll give you a couple more minutes and I'll tell you about my plans for the week ahead. So I've been off all this week, but mostly been doing house stuff. So we've got a load of things sorted out. As you can see, box mountain has gone away, but still not anywhere near finished. I sent out a bunch of quotes to aquarium companies asking for new tanks. So I want to replace my big discus display tank. I want to replace that with a slightly larger one, and I want to get a bunch of tanks to fill up the fish room. So I sent out a load of quote requests saying, can you give me a quote please? I want one large tank, I want it drilled in this location, I want this size, the other, I want 3 of these tanks, 2 of these tanks and 2 of these tanks, all different sizes. Not one of them's got back to me yet. So, you know, if you're wondering what to do for a job, become an aquarium manufacturer, because clearly they're so busy they don't need to get back to anyone with new jobs. Not had anything arrive yet. Assume it was delayed in the post. No, delayed by my brain. I'm very sorry. If you don't mind, email me and remind me, but I shall have a trawl through last week's emails and make sure. I knew there was something I was forgetting to do, but we've been doing lots of gardening, we've been doing lots of house fixing, drilling, using all my power tools again. It's great, this stuff. Right, I think we've gone long enough. See who wins, shall we? Try the drum roll. Carrie-Anne Durant, you have won a goodie bag. Congratulations. Yay. We'll do one more giveaway before the end of the stream, and I'll even try and remember to send it out this week. So, the fish room wise, the fish room's coming along. I've been having some thoughts. So, if you saw my last video, which was about testing the sump pump, let's go back to big fish, shall we? So I was testing out the sump pump, and purely because somebody mentioned in one of the other emails, oh, that'll be too powerful, and then somebody else said, oh, that won't be powerful enough, you'll need to do something other. I thought, let's make a video about it, we'll test. So it definitely is powerful enough, and my original plan was to drain all the water in the fish room into a water butt, then pump that up to the soil pipe for the main house, because the garage is kind of like the basement, so it's underneath everything. But I've now got this big garden, so why not distribute the water out to the rest of the garden? So someone else, and apologies, I can't remember who it was, suggested, well, why don't you get a bigger water pump, pump it into that, and then you can use that in the garden. And I think that's more environmentally friendly and all that good stuff. So I think I'm going to do something along those lines and maybe have some kind of drip system. So I've not quite figured it out all, but I don't want to just pump it all to the drain, because that is a complete waste. This water will be really good for plants and things. It'll be all fertilised with fish poop and all that good stuff. So I want to figure out some way of getting it to like a high point in the garden and trickling it out like a drip system for the garden beds or something like that. Pardon me. And then we can use that to grow plants, vegetables, whatever we might want to grow. I think that might be a little bit better. So first off, I'll probably just pump it away to one garden bed, but I think we're going to try and do something a little bit cleverer and make better use of that water. So we've got that to set up. I've still got my an unboxing to do of the Felix Smart version 2. That's still sat in a box over there. I've had a company from, I think they're from Poland, who's offered me a new water testing kit that tests all the parameters digitally using light. So they allegedly are sending me one of them to test that out. Hasn't arrived yet. I've also had a company called Mountain Tree who make media saying they're going to send me a bunch of media to try out in my big display tank, which is no longer running, so I'll have to find a new way of doing that. So I've got loads of videos to make. I've also got the fish themselves. I've got all in the garage now, but I don't really want to get too many more fish in before I get a chance to build out the fish room proper, because like I keep telling you, I have plans to build a room within the garage that will then help with the heat and things like that, or the insulation. Rather than insulate Britain, insulate Graham's fish room. So we'll get that sorted, because if I put in too many tanks before I do that, it becomes a proper ball ache trying to move them out of the way to then build the walls and try my hand at plastering and all these other things that I've watched many YouTube videos about how to plaster, and I've plastered a couple of walls in my time, but it looks way easier than it is from my memory. But we'll give it another go, see how good we get. So it's kind of limiting my buying of new fish, because I don't want to fill up new tanks. I've got a tank to reseal as well, so we'll have a resealing video coming up soon. Not my main tank, this was another tank that I broke, so we'll sort that out. And then obviously I need to get another pane of glass for the bottom of my big tank and seal that back in. So millions of jobs, but this is all amongst... My wife has a big A3 bit of paper that we write down all the jobs that we need to do. And barely scratching the surface of everything else that needs to be done. We've got loads of trees and they need attention, or they're just going to get out of control. So lots of things done, lots of things still to do. But I think the catalyst to the next big lot of fishy things will either be a company getting back to me saying, yes, we can supply you with... So I'm not even asking for discounts or anything. I'm just saying I'll pay fair market rate for them. It's not like I'm saying, hey, I'm an influencer, I want some free fish tanks. I'm saying, just give me a quote for these fish tanks, please. So the next big things will be someone supplying said fish tanks, and then me getting them probably into storage for a while. And I think we're about 4 weeks away from the new garage door coming, because the current garage door is like an up and over, so it extends into the space that I want to build the fish room in. So I need to get rid of that before I can build the fish room wall. And then once I build the fish room wall and get that sorted, I can get all the racking into place and just go crazy, like buy fish, buy fish, buy fish. So I've still got loads of spreadsheets with, I'm going to buy these fish. These are the species of fish that I'm going to buy first, and then these are the breeding projects, and these are the aquascaping tanks, and these are this. I would need 15 fish rooms to accommodate everything that I've thought of so far. So I'm still whittling down what I actually want to do. But you know, I guess that's why one of the reasons I've moved here is to be able to do all these things. And I realise I've been waffling on now for quite a while. Pardon me. So, as Mickey says, Sharpies, grow bags and veggie patch along the back wall. Yeah, so there's, where the garage door is, there's a patch just to the right of that. Or like a bed. I could just pump it out into that and it would be fine. But I've also got beds all the way around the house, so there's loads of them to get to. So I need to design some kind of solution to get water to all those places. I use my tank water in my veg patch in the summer. It works fine. Yeah, it's meant to be really good, because it is good fertilised water, if you like. I know some people say that it's marginal differences that you get, but I've seen it where, like, I have a friend who had a fish room and he had pumped his water out. Kind of a similar situation to mine, where he'd have a big tank, and when it got full he'd just empty out into the back garden. But he always emptied it from the same spot, and it was just onto grass. And that spot was like way greener than the rest of the garden. So the rest, I mean, there could have been 100 reasons why this was, but the spot where he emptied it, it looked like the water flow patch. It was really lush and green, and the rest of it was like brown and patchy and not great. So I think there is something to it, but I know a lot of people say, oh, doesn't make much of a difference. But I think if you're doing it regularly, especially with kind of fish room volumes of water, if you're doing it on, so I always feed my houseplants with all my tank water, but that'll be like a jug of tank water, and I'll go around and feed the plants. That relies on me remembering to do that, so the fact that they're not growing great is usually my fault, because I've only fed them once this month or something like that. So at worst, it's not wasting water. At best, it's using water to get better growth. But rather than just pouring it straight down the drain, you know. Freshwater ichthyology, I use aquarium water sometimes for the houseplants. Doesn't make much difference, but saves water. Exactly, it saves water. I think that's the main thing there. Because it does make me think, oh, if I'm going to go through hundreds of litres, just dumping it down the drain leaves a bit of a sour taste. Carving done. Only took me 3 hours. And have you got all your full complement of fingers, have you, Scott? Need to get some pictures of our pumpkins. We'll join the Discord, everyone. Ta-da! Up there, someone will put it in chat as well. Join the Discord. Let's have a pumpkin section. We can share our pictures of our pumpkins and see who's got the most artistic talents. It will not be me, by the way. Oh, there you go. As Kaylee says, pumpkin pictures on Discord. Gosh, we're like mind melded, me in the chat tonight. Use a jigsaw next time. Yeah, that would make it go faster. I have a few I need to do as well. So houseplants, that's one of the things I need to read up on. We have a habit of killing things in this house, with plants wise. So we have a definite need for some houseplants and some big, proper, impactful plants. But they cost quite a lot of money, so I need to read up on them, make sure I don't kill them. And my wife said to me, right, they're going to be your responsibility, because every one we've ever bought, she's killed it. It's like kind of our superpower, killing plants. So I'm taking that on as my job. So I've got cooking, shopping, and houseplants. That's going to be my responsibilities. So anyone who's good with houseplants, I might need to pick your brains a little bit. But we've also got like a conservatory area that's it's horrible. That's not, it's lovely, but we can't afford to fix it properly yet. But it's a proper sun trap, south facing, and it kind of reminds, or I get a bit of a feeling of a, you know, when you go to like the botanical gardens and stuff like that, it's kind of that kind of heat even at this time of year. So it might look great with some kind of jungle theme and like really big plants and stuff all growing in there. And I think that might hide the fact that it's crumbling to pieces and falling down a little bit. So that might be a little project to do as well. So if any of you are into your houseplants and know what to do and what gets big and what's not just going to get immediately killed by this big lump, let me know. I finally got the puppy to bed. Chris has got a new puppy. Have you? How's everyone doing? We're doing well. We've been wading through me murdering playing a game for the last hour or so. Oh dear, COVID. But yeah, we're alright. PVC pipe with holes drilled every foot or so and pump it through. Yeah, I've done that before. So I assume you're talking about my drainage system. I've done that as a drainage system to get rid of water, and it would work equally well to distribute water. But yeah, I've got a few ideas rattling around there. We might do a bit of a test and do different methods to different beds and see how well the water flows and what blocks and what doesn't block and all that kind of stuff. Pictures on Discord now, right? Shall we have a look at Scott's pumpkins? Oh my god, and Chrissy's puppy. So who doesn't love puppy pictures? Oh, look at the little puppy. What is it? Is that a little Jack Russell or a little... I'm kind of half blind. I've got all these lights blinding me from either side. Hey! There's Scott's pumpkins. Yes, they're a lot better than mine. I say mine. Mine was letting the kids start and then not try not to overpower them too much. Oh, yeah, cool. Nah, well, you look like you've taken your time with that one, Scott. I'll give you that. That's quite impressive. Ah, very, very nice. Cute little doggy. Urban, I definitely do not have a problem with too many houseplants here. I've been watching stuff from Aquashella today. No testing, no distancing, and no masks. Plus aircon. I would have turned straight round and gone home. I've noticed here that it's not... Well, certainly supermarkets. Everyone seems to have given up on the whole mask thing. Like, it's all over the news that the UK is doing terribly. Yet we're like, nah, it's fine. We don't need masks. The reason I had a week off work was we were meant to be going on holiday, but number 2 son, he got a case of COVID and we had to stay home. So now it's impacting me. I'm furious about people not wearing masks. I had fun today moving the fish tank to a better spot. Now I haven't killed any fish for a few months. I'm going to start looking at better foods than just flakes. Well, if you hang around for another 10 minutes or so, you get a chance to win a giveaway. You can try some of my foods. If south facing gets a little light but you don't want to water it all the time, there's quite a few succulents that might work. Most rainforest plants seem to hate the cold if they get any. Yeah, it definitely is south facing, gets loads of light because it's just big massive windows and it's always warm. So even though it's quite cold at the moment, maybe part of the reason is it's got radiators in it that we couldn't turn off, but I've figured out how to turn them off now. But it still stays reasonably warm. And like I say, I don't mind watering them because I have a lot of water to get rid of. So large, big, impactful type things. I always remember, like, I call them cheese plants. I'm sure they have better names, monsteras and things like that. The big leaves. I like that kind of stuff. But we also were good at killing them. For plants, get the app Planta, and it reminds you to... Oh, the app Planta. It reminds you to water, fertilise and repot, etc. Ah, right. Most succulents I mainly know about cacti don't mind the cold. Yeah, cactus as well. I've got a friend who has a cactus that was the same age as him. And that was awesome. And when our kids were born, I bought cactuses, or cacti, so as they could have the same experience, and then I killed them all. So I think I just need to be better. I've never really... It's one of those things where I just assumed someone else would take care of the plants and all I would have to do is look at them. But now I'm going to make a conscious effort and I'll be the plant person in the house and make sure that they're done right. But I also like freshwater ichthyology. I struggle with them. I'm an overwaterer. I think I get a bit like that as well. So I've got a chili plant that I've got going at the moment it's doing quite well, but I think I've been over-watering that because I see it every day, and I go, oh, I've not watered that for a few days, and I go, no, I did it yesterday. So maybe that app, Planta, I'll need to make a note of that. Thank you, Chris. Does it also tell you what the kind of ideal watering regime is, or do you have to figure that out for yourself? Thomas Well, hello there. I'm setting up a 1,000-litre aquarium. Excellent. That's a big old aquarium. I'm going fully RO. It's a slow refill, possibly 300 litres over 12 hours. Question is, if I drain 300 litres and then top very slowly back up over 12 hours, is there a second part to that question? There we go. Will adding my minerals after be too much of a shock on the discus? Right, I'll try and answer your question. But first of all, I would say I wouldn't go fully RO, because almost all discus, if not all discus, now are much harder than they were in the days when people did need to go fully RO, unless you're going for some kind of breeding system. So maybe do a bit more research about whether or not you need to do the full RO, but if you're committing to it, if you drain 300 litres out of 1,000 litres, that's like 30%, quick maths, over 12 hours. Would adding your minerals afterwards be a problem? Probably not, is the answer. In the grand scheme of things, that kind of swing of minerals, it shouldn't make a difference. I'll say shouldn't, and I'm touching wood here. It shouldn't make a difference, but I might not want to do it for other reasons, if that makes sense. I wouldn't want to be filling a tank for 12 hours regularly. So maybe look at an RO booster pump that will get you a better return out of your RO unit, and it'll also have less waste, because if you're doing 300 litres every time you do a water change, typically with RO units, the RO water you get is dwarfed by the amount of actual water you lose to waste while you're creating the RO unit. So that's going to be a hugely expensive, if not environmentally unfriendly way to keep discus. So I would look into whether or not RO is the way to go first off, but if you're committed to it, I'd maybe look at some kind of booster, and it probably won't be a problem for you if you are stuck with having to do it for 12 hours, other than I guarantee you'll get pissed off doing that and you'll give up after a while. So maybe go straight into that. Cacti need a cold and a dry winter. Right. I don't water them for a few months. That'll be why I killed all my cactus. I have a Monstera. Am I thinking of the right thing? Monstera, is that basically what my mum would call a cheese plant? Let me see. Yeah, that is that kind of thing. I mean, there's lots of different types, isn't there? But yeah. I've still got my... well, no, I didn't. I gave that away, actually. My Devil's Ivy, the Pothos. I can grow that for like nobody's business, but that's out of a fish tank. I don't know how I would do keeping it in a pot. Yeah, fingers to check if the soil is moist. No, but you know, I don't know. Moist. I don't know how moist it should be and all that kind of stuff. So yes, the app that we were talking about, yes, it does do that, tells you what you need to be watering, and it has a light meter, so you can tell the plants will be good for that spot. Even better. So is there an app for that, Urban? Yes, there is an app for that. So Thomas and Jennifer, sorry I missed if Jennifer's replied at the same time. I'm adding the water over 12 hours, just wondering if adding the minerals after will shock them. I can't make it the day before where I am. I should have mentioned that would have been another way to go, is to store your RO water, because you can store it for quite a while, and add your minerals there and do your water change at a normal pace. Maybe you could just buy a water butt or something along those lines, but if you can't do that either, I don't think it'll be a big deal. Sorry, I'm just reading now about plants. Yes, cactus grow very slowly, hence why they totally bore freshwater ichthyology. I have one. I really wish I didn't. But I think that's part of the... Well, I don't know what word I was struggling to use there, but I really like cactus for that, because like I say, I have a friend who's, well, he's a couple of years younger than me, but he's 40, and he had this massive cactus that was next to his dartboard, because we used to see it all the time, and it was like I say, it's tall as me. That's awesome. Full sun equals conservatory or south facing window, part sun east or west facing window, full shade anywhere else. Yeah. I mean, I know what full sun is. I just always... I've always done that where we've bought plants in the past. Gone, yes, it says it likes to be in a sunny windowsill, and we put it in the windowsill, and then a week later it's like, oh my god, I hate this. I think I just need to pay a little bit more attention. That's probably what the problem is. Thomas, thanks. I may pre-mix in some way. That would be the best. Pre-mixing is definitely going to cause you least amounts of problems. If nothing else, if you're leaving an arrow running for 12 hours, you will forget about it and you will flood the place. Right, I think we're about ready to call this to a close, but to thank all you lovely people who've stayed this far, we'll do one more giveaway, shall we? And I think we're going to have to make the... How do we get rid of this? Cancel that. The new word will be cheese, to celebrate me properly buying some cheese plants. So, if you want to win another giveaway, little goodie bag, whatever I can find lying around that I haven't packed away or unboxed or stuck in an attic or wherever it might be hiding, you can have a chance to win that. Just type cheese, and remember, be a subscriber, click the like button, stand on one leg, be prepared to pay for it if you don't live in the UK. As Jennifer says, remember the clocks go back. So you don't get a lie-in tomorrow. Type cheese in chat if you want to win a thing. So I always remember when the clocks go back, is that the one that's good or bad? So now that I'm old, I prefer it in the spring when they go forward. No, you go back, you get an extra hour, don't you? You do get more time. Spring forward, fall back. When I was younger, it used to be good when you would go out to the nightclub, so I just always have a memory of being in the Garage, which is a club in Glasgow, that when the clocks went back, so it would get to 2 o'clock and they'd reset everything and it'd go back to 1 o'clock. It'd just be a huge cheer would go out, yeah, more drinking. But now I'm more concerned about, am I going to get an extra hour in bed, or am I going to lose an hour in bed? Because they could be very difficult. Mind you, I've been off all week and I don't think I've slept in past 8 AM once this week. 18-year-old me would be scolding me for this kind of thing. Cheddar doesn't count, it has to be actual cheese. Kind of make me want some cheese. I wish I hadn't picked that word. Cheese. Aroids and cycads? Cycads? What are they? I'm going to have to look that up now. Oh yeah. That one made me laugh. How rude. Yeah, that's the... I'm going to do first world problems now. The problem with this big house, there's lots of spaces that I need big things to fill. An extra hour in bed before work. Yeah, this is the good one then. Jennifer, the Garage is ace. You have fond memories of the Garage as well. That was, I don't know if it was my favourite club, but that was the one we always ended up in, more often than not. Many a good evening in the Garage. What part of the country are you from? I'm from Glasgow. I live in Sheffield now, but I'm from Glasgow. I think Sharpie's been sitting biting his lips for the last 10 minutes. And now has spat out cock cheese. That's obviously cock with a K. K-O-K. Chris, it's my birthday next Sunday and I've decided I need to buy nice wine and nice cheese. I had a night to myself. I had a little cheese and wine party to myself. It was lovely. I recommend everyone should do that every now and again. Have a little nice cheese and wine party. Anthony's a fifer. Don't worry, we won't hold that against you just because you can't talk properly. I spent a lot of time in that side of the country as well. I was from a golfing family, so we spent a lot of time in St Andrews. So we were always over that area. And now I'm saying that, is St Andrews even in Fife, or I got that wrong? Yeah, northeast Fife. Many a good night out in St Andrews as well, I must admit. The only place I've ever almost been arrested. Yeah, Vince Ransom having an extra hour at work. I do remember that as well. I used to work 12-hour shifts, so this was the one that it'd be. As much as it was great when you're out at 9 club and they roll the clock back at 2 a.m, if you're doing a night shift and they roll the clock back at 2 a.m, it's like, ugh. We used to always have to make deals and bribe people to come in half an hour early so as we'd only have to work half an hour extra. It's my 30th on Bonfire Night. Happy birthday when it comes around, ads. I have no plans yet. Neither do we. I'm a bit scared about setting off fireworks. We've got loads of fireworks that we've been given from various places, but I don't want to piss off all my neighbours. Hi, we've just moved in. Let's scare the shit out of all your dogs. There's like a field next to us with horses in it, so I don't know what we're going to do for Bonfire Night. Talking about Alton Towers, they do a fantastic fireworks night. That was excellent. £5 super chat from Mickey for some cheese. Thank you very much, sir. Right, let's get this giveaway drawn. We've got 19 eligible people. Are we ready? Have a drum roll, please. And the winner is Dawn Ransom. Congratulations, Dawn. You have won a little giveaway. Make sure you remember to email me on that address. Tell me you won the giveaway, and I'll send you some stuff. Congratulations. I won't send you any pens because I know you've got about 15 of my pens. And I've got no pens left. They're all gone. But we'll get you some stuff, some fish food. If you have any preference of what you'd like in there, let me know in the emails. Same for all the other winners. All that talk of cheese, though. I don't have any cheese. Kind of gutted about that. That's the address, as Jennifer's just posted there, Graham at aquariumadventures.co.uk. That sound effect was so quiet, it sounded like a terrible DJ. I've not quite sorted out everything here. It's still a mishmash of work stuff, streaming stuff, random things that aren't plugged in. I've had to switch to my old school mouse because my ergonomic one's just given up the ghost. But we'll get there. Right, any last questions, or are we going to bid each other adieu and say goodnight? I imagine there will be someone streaming. I have no idea who, but it won't be Maple Street Aquatics. They would have done it last night, wouldn't they? Who else have we got going? Let's have a look. You can, of course, join us all on Discord afterwards. I'm sure there'll be a few people in there. Pardon me. I don't see anyone else. Who else would be streaming on a Saturday night? That's just ridiculous. But yeah, join us on Discord. Up there. Get the community growing. Share some pictures. Doesn't have to be about fishy stuff. There's lots of chat sections in there. Cheese in France. Oh, that was... We went to France a couple of years ago for a camping holiday. Sorry, I saw the word cheese and went, oh, diversion, cheese. We went to... We didn't go to Disneyland, but we were in a campsite near Disneyland Paris. And the campsite every morning got fresh bread and had local cheeses. And it was nearly like the type of cheese that if you picked it up, it would run through your fingers. It was so soft, like brie that was... bleh. Oh, it brings me back. And that's all I ate for like a week and a half. Just French bread and cheese. It's fantastic. The stuff that you know that if you don't finish it, you have to like go for a 2-mile walk because it will stink the place out. That's proper cheese. I think that's the best thing about France. End of sentence. Best thing about France. Cheese. Oh, and as Jennifer says, yeah, I should do the shilling plugging thing. Please go and watch one of my videos, click the subscribe button, tell a friend, or share it in a group, all that good stuff, all helps. It really does help. Just watching a video, commenting on a video, even if you just comment with a smiley face, even if you say, I hate this video, it still helps. But sharing it in groups, if someone says, oh, I'm thinking of buying a sump pump, but I don't know what, show them my video, all that good stuff. But clicking links, clicking buttons, they all do things. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for having done these things that you've done already. It's not all about money, it's about growing this community. I think we can do things a little bit better. All those good things, but anyway, ignore all that. Watch a video. Thank you very much. Click the join button if you want to be part of the community. I did release that video a little bit earlier, so I'm going to start doing things like little specials for the members. Not only will you get all the extra stickers and the emojis and things to use in the chat, you get a discount at aquariumadventures.co.uk, where you can buy all your fish food and all your merch and all those good things. But you will not get extra videos, but you might get to see them a little bit earlier. I don't know if that's something that interests anyone. But yeah, the prices are going to go up soon. So if you want to buy anything, if you want to try some fish foods, now's the time. But we'll bid you all good night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the super chats, the memberships, the subscriptions. It really means a lot. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next time. Hopefully on a Friday. We'll have a Friday Night Live on a Friday. See you later. Bye.